Welcome back to another Candy Compass Candy exploration. I'm here on the Snout Track in the Marlborough Sounds just outside of Picton. It's a beautiful piece of water, and there are boats and sailboats going all up and down. And I wanted to look at a New Zealand favorite, and that's L&P. Wait a second, this is a soda. Here's the candy. That being said, this is the L&P Lumps by Pascal. L&P is a pretty popular soda here, and they made a special edition Lumps. You may remember the pineapple Lumps from back in Reefton, but this is the L&P kind. So, before we eat the candy, let's crack open a some of the soda. Okay. So I've been hiking all day and it's been getting all splashed around. L&P is a lemony soda. The L stands for lemon, the P stands for Paroa, and that's a town up in the North Island where they initially bottled it and invented the soda. It's a fun lemony drink. It's not quite a lemon lime as a Sprite or a Sierra Mist, but it's fun, it's lemony, and now these are wet. So the L&P Lumps are a take between the pineapple Lumps, there's that wind again, the pineapple Lumps, and L&P. So when you bite into them, they look pretty similar to the pineapple Lumps. They're yellow, they're covered in chocolate. And they're fun because they're L&P. However, that's essentially where the fun ends. Whenever you have a crossover like this, you always have the goal in mind of bringing the best of each thing together into one candy or one whatever you're making. However, you always run the risk of doing the complete opposite and bringing together the worst of both things. And that's what they run into here with the L&P Lumps. So first off, when you think of L&P, you think of that lemon and that crispness of the carbonation. There have been many candies over the years that have tried to use soda and carbonation as their flavor. You think of the bottle caps back in the United States. You think of those little pellets in the soda cans, the plastic soda cans back in the United States. Both of those are using soda pop as their reason for the flavor and the way to get people to buy the candy. And you really struggle to harness soda flavors without the carbonation. So unless you have those candies where they actually have some liquid carbonated fluid in the center of them, or Pop Rocks, which also has some carbon dioxide in them, it makes it really hard to capture the essence of soda, because it's not just flavor, it's also that carbonation. And that's the first problem you run into with the L&P Lumps, is it's going to be almost impossible to make this taste carbonated, because, you know, it's a marshmallowy, taffy center, and they don't do anything to carbonate that, and I think it probably wouldn't really work that well. So they go with what they know. They take the pineapple lump formula, take out the pineapple, and put in some lemon, some L&P flavor. And you think that might work, but it loses that something that makes this a liquid soda in the transition to this candy. Now another problem that they run into, that's how you don't get the soda. You lose the soda going into the lump. Now, you also lose a lot of what makes the lump great. Because that pineapple flavor of the lump isn't just a flavor they chose. The pineapple is useful in coordination with that chocolate. The pineapple is a strong flavor and it can stand by itself, and the chocolate softens it a bit. Whereas this, the lemon isn't quite as strong, and that citrusy doesn't pair as well with the chocolate. Chocolate and orange can go really well together, but you don't think about chocolate and lime going that well together, chocolate and grapefruit, chocolate and lemon. And there's a reason for that. Those flavors just aren't as complementary. The lemon and the chocolate, even in the best of worlds, would be a struggle. But then you have the lump here, where the degrees of each of them also struggles. You have a bit too much chocolate, so the lemon that does get through is very overpowered. You taste much more chocolate than you do lemon, so you find yourself doing a lot of extra labor to eat each piece of candy. You're chewing and chewing and chewing, but you're really only getting that little bit of flavor from the chocolate. And so by the time you're done with one, you feel full, you have all the weight of that marshmallow, that gummy, that taffy in your stomach with none of the benefit of the flavor that it provides. So now you can't eat as many of these as you would like, but you only leave with that flavor of chocolate in your mouth. Now, the reason that people even make these combo candies is because they know that people like lumps and they know that people like L&P, and that enough will bring them to the counter and purchase these. It worked for me. I saw them and I thought, oh, how can I not try them? And that's about as much of a claim as oftentimes these gimmicky, limited edition combo pieces can make, is they can convince you to buy them, but they're unlikely to be able to convince you to buy them a second time. So would I recommend these? Maybe. If you're a huge fan of L&P or you're a huge fan of lumps, maybe I say give them a try. But for someone who's saying, hey, got any great candy recommendations? It wouldn't be the Pascal's L&P lumps. They fail at bringing out the greatness of a fizzy soda pop drink by transitioning the L&P to the Pascal's. They fail at maintaining what makes the lumps great, which is that combination of the flavors between the chocolate and the pineapple. And then they fail at making each piece of candy satisfying, because all you get is the flavor of chocolate with the labor of a gummy-covered chocolate. So on 3 counts, this candy doesn't knock it out of the park, which is going to make it hard enough for me to finish it. Of course, I'm going to finish it. I would never not eat candy, but I'm not going to love every second of it. What I do love, however, is sitting out here in the Marlborough Sounds. This is the last gateway before you head across to the North Island. You can see the ferries going back and forth in the Sounds. You see the sailboats. It's a beautiful day. We've got some clouds rolling in. It's supposed to be a bit of a sticky night rain-wise, so we'll see where that goes. But you can't ask for a better day, a better walk, a better piece of the world to eat some candy in, even if the candy leaves you a little flat. This has been a Candy Compass candy exploration of Pascal's L&P lumps. Eat them, don't eat them, you're not missing out. But make sure you eat some candy, you brush your teeth, and we'll see you next time. Gorgeous, just gorgeous.